All right, everyone. Welcome back to Workbench Wednesday. The bench is pretty full. Wanted to go over a couple things that have been finished, that I got, and that's going on, I guess. First off, the trailer is finished. Hopefully, a video of that's going up Friday, as long as I can finish up the last little bit of it. Took it out to the GTG at Ruggles Mine on Saturday. It did pretty good. The trailer itself did great. The SCXN 6x6 pulling it, not the best. It does okay on flat ground, dirt, tar, kind of packed stuff. But as soon as I got into the soft stuff, it did okay straight and flat. But when I was trying to go up a hill, it was useless. So I got to figure out some traction to that. Also, these tires, I was having problems with. These are 3.9-inch wheels, and I have like 4.65-inch foams in here just to get it so it doesn't squish as much. It was worse than this before. So I need to figure out a different insert, or maybe possibly I might just go with a different wheel tire. The wheels are fine. I might go with a different tire. That's more of like a trailer tire. I was just using these because I had them. While we're talking about the trailer, this is the topographical map of one of the mountains that I go onto a lot to film some of my footage. So I thought that was kind of a nice thing to put on there. Hedgehog Mountain, Deering, New Hampshire. It's about 1,800 foot elevation. Then on the back, everything's falling. On the back, I put the threw the logo on. That's with the laser. The Terranaut fell to the ground. I should have just let the Jolly go to the ground because it already fell off a 20-foot cliff, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But yeah, the trailer itself did good though. Not too bad at all. So we'll hopefully have the video up for that soon. Next thing, while I was at the get together, I ran the Jolly mostly. Honestly, that was one of the more ladybug. Come on, come on. I know you're scared. Put you down over here. Ran this. All those. I forgot how much those stink. Ran this most, honestly. It did great. It did amazing. Except towards the end, it took a huge tumble. I'll put the video here.
I don't know where I gotta go from here. You went too. You gotta keep going up now, and then turn and come down the top side of that rock you're on.
Where are you going, Dad?
I have no idea where I'm going, honestly. That was noisy. I love this. Oh, watch out below.
Hey, you landed.
No, it's crooked. Look at the front. You bet.
And yeah, as you saw, that didn't do good. I'll put a picture up here of how the frame looked right after that. As you can see, it's a bit of a Z frame. It's not good. By hand, I was able to kind of straighten it out a little bit, but it was also bent this way, like a banana. And I straightened that out a little bit by kind of pushing it on a rock. But it's still, yeah, the rails are still pointed upwards. And the rails in the back are still, as you can see, bent here. The other thing that happened was when it hit the front, it completely mashed the bumper into it, bent this bar into there. This side's bent too. Yeah, that one's actually worse. You can see there the bumper mount is actually completely not even being held on by the bolt. The other thing I noticed too when I was sitting here getting this stuff ready, I didn't notice that it ripped a hole in the sidewall at some point. So, and it was in a mine. That's where the get together was. It was like a mica mine / a bunch of other stuff. All my wheels are silver. These are that's stock. They're not supposed to be chrome wheels, tires. So everything is just silver, and every time I touch it, I feel like I've had a stripper around me. It's ridiculous. I've also realized that this is bent downwards. So yeah, so this will have another episode apparently, because I got to take the whole thing apart, straighten out the frame as much as possible, and fix it. Also, a shock kind of broke off, but right there. But that was just the screw that holds on the rod end that goes up into the cap came out. So I'll just have to put a new rod end on pretty much, and I should be good on that one. And then have to rebuild that shock because I'm sure there's dirt and all kinds of crap in there. But yeah, so we will I'll have at least one more episode on this thing, tearing it down to try to fix it, straighten out the frame. At that point, I don't know, I might just keep it silver. I kind of like the silver, and I was thinking about powder coating it or anodizing it, but now that it's all bent and crook, I don't know if I want to put that much work into it. I'll just straighten it out and run it, and then maybe if I get another frame another time or like replace it, we'll see. I don't know. Depends on how good I can get it straightened out. So anyways, that's the axe system did great, did amazing. Everything else was flawless. It was just me dumping it sideways. I couldn't tell where I was, like probably 30 feet away from it at least. I couldn't really see exactly where I was. I had made it up once, went all the way around and came back down. I went to do it the second time, and I went a little higher than I did before, and I just dumped it. And then, well, speaking of the get together, I'd like to thank Ruggles Mine for having us there. Not that I put up any fall mica everywhere. Oh, that's a horrible idea. I'd like to thank Ruggles Mine for having everyone there. Greg put it on. He's great. I was talking to him about next year, hoping to do like maybe a 2-day event. Maybe one day be comp, and then another day be like a kind of free for all, like he's had it. You can kind of go, within reason, obviously, wherever you want, climb whatever you want with the trucks, just be safe kind of thing. And just have fun. Whereas, like they said, the other day would be like maybe do some comp lines, some competition spots, a show and shine, stuff like that. So, look for it next year if you're in the area. It's going to be a lot of fun. It already was. I don't know if I got enough I kind of was just there to have fun. I didn't get a lot of footage. I was just kind of just hanging out. I brought my daughter, and she drove a truck around, and we just kind of hung out. I've been there just to, collect samples and rocks and stuff like that, but I've never went there to crawl, and it was awesome. It was amazing. So hopefully that'll be good next year. Let's see. That was that. Got a couple things in. I did the LGRP Low Guy Racing Parts mystery tire sale. I ended up getting a set of black labels, 63 millimeters. Yeah, 63s. And the gripper tires, also 63s. Yeah, that's, amazing. So it was kind of, the Terranaut that fell. That's right. We'll talk about that in a minute. When I got these in, so when I ordered the tires, I put a little comment on the bottom. I said, hey, this is going to hopefully be for the Terranaut. So because I bought 2 sets hoping they're going to be the same. I was like, hey, it's going to be for the Terranaut. If the mystery sets could both be like the same mystery, I don't care what it is. These black labels, whatever, that's fine. That's great. It'd be amazing. And then I got it, and I got these, which, okay, fine. I got a little bit of a deal. I got like, I think they were like, usually like $20 a set. And I get them for like 15 or 14 or whatever the sale was. So I got some good tires for, a good deal. But I'm going to buy another set of these, I think, because I was going to run a different tire. But I just think those would look so good. And I feel like they would do really good on this truck. I might have to get another set of these. I have a buddy that said that I could get a set off of him. But he had cut some of the lugs a little bit, I believe. And they're going to be different. And I'd rather just start off with a new set, I think, or at least if they were all the lug, just to kind of go from there. These ones I don't think would do. I mean, they might do okay, but I think that this more kind of looks military truckish, to me than this. I just think these would be nice. These, I don't know. I thought about trying them on the Rock Van. I like these tires on the Rock Van a lot, but I thought about trying these. We'll see. I'm not really sure. I just got them just because I've never had any LGRP stuff, so I figured I'd try it. See how it goes. I mean, my Deadbolt has stock Arctos tires on it still, so maybe something there. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But these are really thinking on this. That kind of throws me into I'm not sure what to do for wheels now. I don't think I have 8 wheels of the same or 1.0s, and I have some 1.3s, and I really don't want to stretch them on here. I don't like the look of the stretch 1.0 and a 1.3. It's always bulgy, kind of looking like this. And I also don't want to cut the ring off of this to mount them. I just don't want to ruin a set if I do it wrong and whatnot. Maybe I'll also have to try to look for some nice 1.0s. I don't know if I can do that, though, because the weights that I got to go on the hexes, I don't think will work on a 1.0. It has to be a 1.2 or 1.3. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, video for this is going to go up, I'm hoping next week. I'm hoping on Monday. Honestly, I've had it for like 2 weeks. and I've gone out with it 4 or 5 times, and it's been great so far. The only casualty has been this light, and that happened today. It just it's taken a bunch of tumbles, as you can tell. It's pretty scratched up, honestly. It's not like I've been nice to it. Doing lines that I should not have been doing, but honestly, half the time, look at the front end. It's all scratched up. That this should not be doing, but it's doing it, and it's doing it amazingly. I think just the size of it doesn't flip over backwards. If anything, it flips over sideways. That's the only thing it's been doing, is going tumble sideways. So I want to do some stuff with the shocks because it is a bit wobbly. I thought about almost using the sway bars on it because of how wobbly it is. I don't know. Or I might just try to, when I tear this down, I might put some thicker fluid in there first. Try that. I really don't want to put the sway bars on. We'll see. You never know. Doing great. I love this thing. It's become one of my favorite trucks to run, even stock. Like I want a second one to keep stock, and then mod one. So maybe on a sale I'll get a second one. I don't know. It's great. And I'll get the green one at that point. We'll see. Yeah. Another thing I got was I had some tower cash, I think it was. No, RC Planet. I had some cash from something. I don't even remember what it was from, but I had enough to buy a new controller. And I thought I got this MG11 BTBS, which is the Bluetooth 2ABS protocol controller, and it technically can run this ESC and a bunch of the other stuff. And then I ended up getting from Hobby Zone. I got the 11 channel receiver, the FSR11 DBS, and I got the light controller that can go with it. And I was thinking about using it when I do the brushless, but I was kind of playing around with this separately just to see how this controller works. So it does have a four-wheel steer mode. So this is my extra parts thrown together to try to get the light controller thing to work correctly. But the problem is the light controller goes to channel 5 and the channel 5 plug on here. But channel 5 is the one here for steering, and I wanted to kind of retain that so I could have separate steering. But it's not working out how I wanted it. So I have to play with it more. It does have a 4-wheel steer mode, which is cool. And to change the 4-wheel steer, that's another problem with the light controller. The light controller being on channel 5, even though it's on channel 5, it's controlled by channel 3 to go between the modes for front only, rear only, crab, and 4-wheel steer. So channel 5 and channel 3 end up being useless. I think that's kind of dumb, and I don't know. I'm still playing with it, and there's nothing on this. It just came out in like August, and I can't even find the right manuals online. Oh my god, I have more mica all over me. Keep finding more. And I found a manual for it, but it's kind of like a generic manual. I mean, it came with a manual. Was it this one? No, I don't know which one it was. It came with a manual, but it was 4 pieces of paper. Think about this, 4 of them, and one side's English, and the other side's Chinese or whatever hieroglyphics of some sort is. And then the one that's English just shows you the controller information of the regular MG11. And I don't even know if it's the MG11, honestly, because it doesn't even talk about the 4-wheel steer. It just talks about endpoints and stuff. And this is supposed to be Bluetooth, so you can go to an app. I can't find the app anywhere. No one's talking about it. I saw someone on Facebook ask about it, but no one answered. If you scan this QR code with your phone, I think it's trying to go to it, but it's not available in the US or something. I don't understand. Hold on, I'll even show you. Maybe if someone checks this out and sees it, and maybe I'm just an idiot. But if I go to it, it goes to wixen.qq.com. This site is trying to open another application. If I hit allow, something went wrong. The application couldn't be opened. So I think it's trying to open the app, but I can't find anything about it. It just goes to this WeChat thing. So I don't know if maybe this is just for help. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. It just says Scratch, Shenzhen, China, Technology, and I think a serial number? I don't know. I am so confused, but I'd like to see what they're talking about with this app. What's the point of the Bluetooth app? Can I do more? I'd like to change the buttons around. I'd like to change how the light controller gets, I'll use one of these buttons instead. Because there's button, 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 button. And then this stupid, I don't know why there's a big button for channel 10. That makes no sense to me. You can't turn it. Whatever. I like the controller. I just wish I could adjust what was what. I wish I could change what was what. So, yeah. I'm going to try to make it work, though, I think. Because I think I'd like to try to make this work instead of the Mias remote. Mostly just because of the rear steer with this. And also, hey, do you hear that? This button doesn't beep in the neutral position like any of the other stock remotes for any of the controllers like this. So why couldn't they do that on this thing? When you're doing rear steer, it's beeping every time you're going across it. It's stupid. That's one of the... Yeah, anyways, you'll see that on the review for this thing. I kind of have a small, stupid rant about that and another thing. Yeah, I think that's about it. It seemed like it was going to be a lot, and I got through it kind of quick because I'm trying to make these kind of... Go away. Oh, it's the ladybug. I'm trying to make these kind of quick. I don't want to make them stupid long. So anyways, amazing. Love it. Jolly Green, love it. Broken. Trailer, love it. Needs adjustment. Seems cool. Still need to play with it. Look nice and cool. Need a set, but don't want to spend any money. Yeah, we'll see. I might just throw it on with the tires I was thinking already, and then maybe later on, if there's another sale, grab another set. I think that might be the best bet. Anyways, I think that's it for Workbench Wednesday, unless I can think of anything else that I just keep looking around in circles. Trying to... Oh, that's right. I went to the GTG. I went to use the Mantis. The freaking middle cut-to-length drive shaft fell out. Like the little part that's like, that connects them, the shaft part with the nubbins thing, the hex and whatever. It's not a hex. It's like a gear, like looking thing, sprocket looking. It fell out somewhere, and I didn't. Also, I went to climb something, and I was like, "Why is the rear not working?" I thought dig was like only half engaged, maybe or something. No, it was just gone. So I couldn't even use the Mantis that day on the get together. It would have been great. It would have done awesome there, I think. But it was useless because it was front wheel drive only. I replaced that with a regular drive shaft that I had that was really short. Actually, it was for the Jolly Green. It was supposed to be in the rear. It was a set that I bought, but it wasn't a set. It was a set I put together, but it was way too short. But it works great in that, so that worked out good. So anyways, I think that's it for this one, and I will hopefully see you'll hopefully see the trailer video on Friday, and I'm hoping for the review of this on Monday, which I just realized I never finished it. I've been running this thing a lot. Haven't done the review yet totally because I wanted to run it stock a bunch and not just run it once or twice and just say, oh cool, it's great. And it's held up good so far. All stock. Well, I did swap the drive shafts out because when I went to go mess around, I didn't want them to break while I was out, which I didn't think they would, but just in case. And B, I was trying to make sure that the Avenger 18 shafts fit just like on the Arctos, and they fit fine. So anyways, I think that's it for this one. I will see you on the next one. Have a good night.